This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Welcome everyone. We will wait for 2 more minutes for others to join and then we will start our session. We'll give a couple of minutes for others to join and then we will start our session. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Hope my voice is audible. My screen is visible for everyone. Uh, so, in yesterday's session, we discussed about what are all the course content that we are going to learn, how we are going to learn, and what are all the important features that are available in our course content. All those things we discussed. So today what we will do, we'll start the session, guys. Okay, we'll start the session. The day one we will start it. So what are APM tools? What are APM tools? Okay. So APM tools means what? APM, application performance monitoring or application performance management. Okay, APM tool means application performance monitoring tool or application performance management tool. Okay, why I'm saying management tool? Because it is not only going to do monitoring, it is also going to do some intelligence, some managing activities as well. So that's the reason I'm saying it is application performance monitoring and application performance management tool. Okay, so what is this? Why we are actually using this? What is the real benefit if you are going to use this APM tool? That we need to understand it. Okay, actually these tools, these APM tools are actually full stack monitoring. Full stack monitoring. Okay, full stack monitoring. What is full stack monitoring? Nowadays these are very fancy words, guys. Okay, that's the reason I'm telling these things. Okay, full stack monitoring. So what is this full stack monitoring? I am going to monitor my browser level. I am going to monitor my app server level. I am going to monitor my DB server level. I am going to monitor infrastructure level. So all the way, all layer that I'm going to cover. Okay, what's happening in my browser? What is happening to my application logic? What is happening to my DB logic? What's happening to my infrastructure? All those things we are going to monitor it using these APM tools. That's the reason it is actually called as full stack monitoring. Full stack, complete monitoring, end-to-end monitoring. That's the reason we are going to use these APM tools, guys. Okay, first we should, because why I'm saying these initial points is that when the customer is actually asking all these questions, you need to convince them, you need to educate them You need to provide proper information to them so that they can purchase the right tool. Okay, so that's the reason I'm explaining all these things. So basically, all these APM tools are actually full stack monitoring, complete monitoring, complete, all layer by layer, tier by tier, node by node, all information you are going to monitor it. You are going to monitor it. And traditionally, if you look into the problem statements, okay, traditionally, some 10 years before or more than that, 10 years before and all, what will happen? It looks like, say, like there is a production outage. There is a production outage. What they will do? They'll see like it may be a UI level issue, or it may be a application code issue, or it may be a DB query level issue, or it may be an infrastructure level issue. Like that, they will investigate. And for each investigation, say like your UI level monitoring, they have to do a browser monitoring tool or single user performance testing tools. Say like GT metrics, dev tools, or web page test, Slow, Lighthouse. These are the tools they usually use it. Okay, they'll usually use these tools. What are all those? GT metrics, web page test, web page test, or Lighthouse, or dev tools. So these are the tools they'll use traditionally for doing your client-side loading time. Okay, I mean your time to first byte, your first visual change or load time, full load time, like that. Lot of things are there. Lot of things are there to identify a problem in your front end. Those days I'm saying, okay, 10 years before and all, everybody used to do this thing. Okay, this is for front end layer. What about application layer? They'll try to use some monitoring tools, or you can say like JVisual VM, or even JConsole. Okay, they'll use JConsole, or they can even use JStack, or they can use JCommand, or they can use JMap, or these are all Java related. Say they'll use debug diag, or they'll use WinDBG. Like this, they used to use these tools for your application level understanding. Application level. So these are something like application level you wanted to investigate those days. I'm saying some 8 years before, 10 years before, and all people used to do these tools. Even for SQL profilers will be there. Okay, profilers will be there, or even AWR reports will be there, or ADDM reports will be there, or even ASX reports will be there. So like this, people used to use these tools. Okay, ASH, sorry, ASH. And then they'll also use infrastructure monitoring. They'll use Profmon, or they'll use VMstat, or they'll use NetStat. They'll use IOStat. They'll use SAR command. They'll use top command. They'll use Nmon utility, like that. Look at the list, guys. Look at the list. Look at the list. You need to know each and every tools to do your problem analysis. But now it is not the case. Now it is not the case. You can only learn this APM tool. This APM tool, application performance monitoring or application performance management tools. You can only learn this APM tool. You are going to do all these activities. So you are going to use, you are going to only use APM tool. You don't want to require to learn all these things. Okay. So that's the reason nowadays these APM tools are getting a very important focus. Very important focus. Now you think it like this, guys. You guys are managers, you guys are delivery heads, or you guys are customers. You think like this. You think like this. For a single problem statement, you need to learn these many tools. Is it possible? Is it possible to do all these learnings to find your problem statement? And will you get a single person with all these knowledge? Not at all possible. Not at all possible. You may require 3%, 4% for identifying a single problem statement. Okay, that was the case before, but now it's not a case. You can use a single APM tool. It may be AppDynamics, it may be Dynatrace, it may be Neuralink, it may be CAAPM, it may be Datadog. Any tool that you can use it. Okay, these are the famous tools in the market. Okay, AppDynamics, Dynatrace, CAAPM. Earlier it was called as Wiley Intrascope. Now it is actually CAAPM. And then Datadog, and then Neuralink. So like this, these tools are available in the market now. These tools are sufficient to identify your problem statement. You can investigate. You can easily do your debugging without having deeper understanding of each and every technologies, trends and all. With the knowledge of your performance testing, with the knowledge of your performance engineering, I mean with the knowledge of your APM tool, you can find all your problem statement, It may be UI layer, it may be app layer, DB layer, infrastructure layer. Okay, any layer, you can easily find the problem statement. That is the reason the APM tool focus is very, very high nowadays. Okay, I'll take a pause here. Anybody have any question? You can ask your question, please.
What is Datadog for? Is that for a DB monitoring or like
Datadog is also a APM tool.
Like a full stack?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you cannot compare these tools. I mean, they are growing in the market now. This Datadog, Neuralink, and all, they are growing in the market. But the matured tool is actually the AppDynamics Dynatrace only. They are in the field for long years. But now these Datadog and even Neuralink are giving a tough fight to these APM tool as well. They are also growing now. So everybody is actually playing a good role in the market now, Kishore.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's the reason we are trying to use these APM tools. And also how these APM tools are actually working. You know, like very simple. Say like you have your browser. You have your app server. Okay, you have your DB server like that. Okay, so what will happen? This is your browser. Okay, this is your app server. This is your DB server means. So what is happening nowadays? I mean, all these APM tools I'm saying, they are running a small agent. Okay, the agent will be available in each place. It may be browser layer, or it may be your app server layer. Okay, or it may be your DB server layer. Everywhere these agents are actually configured. Okay, and all these agents, what it is actually doing, it is actually collecting the data, sending the data. It is all collecting the data and sending the data. And in the UI, in the APM tool UI, you can see all the collected information. This is how every APM tool is actually working. There is a concept called agents, which is nothing but your piece of software that will be configured in each place. I mean, browser level, app level, app level, and then your DB level. Every information will be collected, and then you can do your investigation. Okay, that is how it is actually working. All these APM tools are working in this fashion only. So then the job is little easy, right? You don't want to worry about problem will be this place, that place, like that. You don't want to think about it because it is actually doing your complete monitoring. It is actually doing your complete monitoring. So that is also one of the benefit when you are using this APM tool. When you are using this APM, okay. So complete monitoring you are doing instead of using multiple tools, you are using single tool. Okay. So this is the reason everybody is moving towards APM tools. Everybody able to understand? Okay. Now, so why APM tools are important? Okay, why APM tools are important? Say you consider like this, each and every person work. Okay, say like you think like this, like you are a developer. Okay, you are a developer. Say like working for a organization, you are a developer, and you are working in an agile based organization. Agile. So you will be getting probably 2 weeks to 3 weeks, only 2 weeks to 3 weeks for your entire activity, right? Agile based organization, they are getting 2 weeks to 3 weeks for entire activity. So in that timeline, you need to do your development, support your testing team, support your UAT team, do the deployment in production. All activities developer has to take care. Okay. So look at the pressure. Okay, look at the pressure. In that case, if somebody is expecting you to provide optimized code, performance optimized code, is it that easy to do that, guys? Like you have very limited timeline. In that minimum timeline, you need to do optimized code deployment and all. It is not that easy. It is not that easy. So I would say even the developer can use these APM tools. I mean, at any time, even they are doing unit testing time, or even they are doing the integration testing time, any time, what they can do, they can deploy their newly developed application into an environment where these APM tools are already deployed. In that environment, if they are deploying their application and then validating it, they can find most of the problems. It may be a loading problem, it may be some exceptions, it may be some errors, it may be something like infrastructure, anything they can find it in the early stage itself, shiplet. Okay, early stage itself they can find it, instead of that actual problem reaching it to the UAT tester, or instead of the problem is actually reaching to the production. What they can do, they can use these APM tools in a proper way. They can do a initial testing to identify the problem statement. Yes, developer can use this tool in a proper way. Okay, then what about performance testers? In this group, any performance testers are there?
Yes.
Yes.
Amol, Arshini,
Yes.
Kishore. Okay, good. So if I ask you a question, guys, in your organization, now your customers, they are asking browser loading time. Any of your organization, your customer is asking browser loading time?
Once we have done the scripting, we will be sending that one user timing to the client
Okay.
before the exceptions and everything.
Okay. Now, one user in the sense like using the script or using the browser?
First, we will replay our script, and then from that thing we will send it. If he feels okay, then only we'll go for the executions and everything, because they will check manually from the team how it is going.
No. My question is, so which tool you are using, Arshini?
LoadRunner.
Okay, LoadRunner. Which protocol?
HTTP.
Okay. So you prepared one script in HTTP protocol, and you are replaying that script with one user load, and you are giving it to your customer, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, your customer is asking browser level, browser page painting, page rendering level, your customer is asking for a metric or what? That is the question. So, I mean, which is not covered, right? In your testing, it is not covered. That is what you are trying to say.
Yes.
Okay, okay, sure. Any other organization they are asking browser level metric? None of the organization they are asking browser level metric. Client side, user experience, end user experience. These are the fancy words. Okay, user experience, end user experience, client side, browser side, real user monitoring. All these are actually single thing only. Okay, but they are using different words. Okay, I'll type it here. Real user monitoring, end user experience, user experience metric, client side metric, browser side metric. Like this, they will use different fancy words, but at the end of the day, they are expecting one thing only. Sorry, they are expecting one thing only. What is that? They are expecting a browser level metric. Okay. So now it is a trend, guys. That is the reason I asked it. Maybe if your organization they did not ask it, okay, no problem. That's a good thing. But now it is a trend. Every customer they started asking browser level metric. Okay, browser level. That too, predominantly retail based customers. Retail based customers they are very interested in getting this browser level metric. Okay, why I am saying there is a need. Okay, there is a need. What is that need? Say like if you take this, like Harshini mentioned, right? What Harshini will do, I'll explain. Okay, Harshini mentioned like she will have her application working in browser. Okay, and there is a server. There is a server. It may be web server, it may be app server, it may be DB server. So what Harshini will do? Harshini will use a LoadRunner tool. Harshini will use the LoadRunner tool. So LoadRunner tool, where it is standing in the middle. It is standing in the middle of your browser and the server. Acts like a proxy server. Okay, acts like a proxy server. In our case, it is actually LR. Okay, proxy server. So what Harshini will do during the recording? She will launch her application in the browser. A request will be going. She will launch her browser and then a request will be going. What LR will do? LR is a recording tool. What it will record? It will record a request copy. It will record a request copy. Okay, request it will be capturing. Okay, request it will be capturing. Okay, it will capture the request. A copy of the request it will be taking. And then what will happen? It will send the request to the physical server. It will send the request to the physical server. Okay. And then what your server will do? Your server will process the request and then it will send back the response. So response will be triggered back. A response will be triggered back. Okay. What is your tool will do again? It will take the copy of the response. It will take the copy of the response. And then what it will do? It will send the response back to the browser. It will send the response back to the browser. This is what you are during the recording you are doing. During the recording, you are doing this activity only. Okay, recording done. Recording done. I am going to validate my script is working fine or what. So what should I do? What should I do? I need to do the replay. I need to do the replay. So while replaying, what will happen, guys? While replaying, what will happen? There is no concept of browser. There is no concept of browser. Why? Because your tool is having the request. So the request will be triggered. and your server will be processing the request, and then your server will be sending the response. Okay, your server will be sending the response. This is actually the replay response. So your tool is having the recorded response and you are getting a replay response. And what your tool will do, if both are equal, it will say pass. If it is both are not equal, your script will be failed. If both are equal, your script will be passed. If both are not equal, your script will be failed. Till now, any question, guys?
Did the LoadRunner compares the recorded time and the response time? I mean, so at the end, like once the execution is finished in the view gen, it will show the replay summary with the transactions and the timings, right? So is where it will compare it.
No, it will not compare the timings. It will compare the response data. Data is
Okay.
data is. It may be 200, 300, 400, 500. I mean the response code and also the response receipt.
Oh, got you. All right. Thank you.
So now why I'm saying this explanation is that when you are doing through this web HTTP HTML protocol, there is no layer of browser. There is no layer of browser. So what is happening in that case? Your HTTP protocol is actually only giving the HTTP response time. I mean your server level response time. It is not giving the browser level response time. So that is the reason nowadays customers what they are doing, they want complete response time. They want complete response time. They don't want only the portion of the response time because still your browser layer is missing. HTTP protocol browser layer is still missing. So in that case, customers are very interested to get the end-to-end response time. End-to-end response time. So for this, there is a one more option available in your LoadRunner. Anybody can say what is that?
True client.
True client protocol. Wonderful, wonderful, Arshini. So true client protocol is there, but even then, true client protocol is not going to give the information whatever we are expecting. I mean, it is not going to give you the HTML level, CSS level, JavaScript level, PNG level, JPEG level. No, it is not going to give you the individual component level response time. It is only going to give the total response time. Total response time. Okay, I am a performance tester. Example, okay, I am a performance tester. I am giving a report to Harshini. I'm giving a report to Harshini. I'm saying search transaction is actually taking 17 seconds. Search transaction is actually taking 17 seconds. Harshini is a developer. I'm giving her the report like this. Search transaction is actually taking 17 seconds. What is your reaction, Harshini?
Just go to F2 option and check where it is getting, which request is getting more response time.
Wonderful. Harshini straight away started doing work. Actually, developers, usually I don't think developer will straight away do the work. They'll ask you 100 questions first. First, they will ask you 100 questions. They'll say like what did you do, how it happened, whether you did the testing correctly, what data you used, what application you used, what URL you used. Like that, they'll try to ask you multiple questions. Okay. And one more thing, they will definitely ask you one more question. Where and all the time spent? I mean, you are saying 17 seconds means where and all the time spent? It may be UI layer, it may be app layer, it may be DB layer, it may be infra layer. Where the time spent? That is a question your developer will ask. Correct or not?
Yes, but under load we can't say where it is getting, right? So how can we expect them to say that?
True. So yeah, actually the session is actually for AppDynamics. So anyways, I'll end up with the AppDynamics usage only. I'm not going to say LoadRunner usage. Okay. So the answer is you can use the APM tools like AppDynamics to identify where the problem, what is your split up, where it is actually taking time. You can use the APM tools to identify it. Okay. That is what the usage. That is what the usage. So right now I wanted to give you guys like different reasons in which why we are going for your APM tool usage. Okay, now you guys would have received like what may be the reason. to get the full stack monitoring, to get the front end monitoring. All those things are available. All those things are available. I'll take a pause here. Any question? You can ask your question, please. Oh, thank you. So now, not only for performance testers, not only for this activity, even performance testers, they can use this for infrastructure monitoring as well. Infrastructure monitoring. Okay, performance testers can use it for infrastructure monitoring. Actually, that is also a problem statement. Okay, what is happening nowadays? Those who are coming for interview with me, say like some 4 years to 7 years experienced performance testers, they are coming for interview with me. If I'm asking them like any question related to infrastructure monitoring or any question related to analysis, okay, they are easy in a easy way. They are responding like this. I don't have access. I don't know how to do it. There is a separate team available. Like that, they are giving the reply. Okay, I don't have access. I don't know how to do it. Or there is a separate team available to do this activity. That is what every performance tester they are saying. But I would say it is really mandatory to learn infrastructure monitoring. When you are doing your transaction, what is happening to your CPU utilization, what is happening to your memory utilization, what is happening to your disk utilization, what is happening to your network utilization, like that you need to do your understanding. That is very important. That is very important. Don't always rely on load testing tool metric. Don't always rely on load testing tool metric. Actually saying you need to have the other layer understanding as well. You should have other layer understanding. Okay, don't only rely on load testing tool. Okay, say like I'll draw a picture. So this is my memory utilization graph. Okay, this is my memory. The available memory graph is actually during the start of the test. During the start of the test, the available memory graph is starting here. Okay, so say like the available memory graph is actually coming like this, like this. It's coming like this. Exactly at 1 hour of a test, I stopped my testing. Exactly at 1 hour, I stopped my testing. And I gave my report to my customer. Wonderful application. Response time is normal. Everything is fine. I'm certifying this application. Is it a good approach, guys? Is it a good approach? Do you think like application is healthy? No, no. Because in another 30 minutes itself, the application may be going to the out of memory error. It may be going to the out of memory error. So make sure you are monitoring your infrastructure metric as well along with your load testing tool metric. Along with your load testing tool metric, you should also monitor your infrastructure level metric. That is very, very, very important. So using the APM tool, that task also easy. That task also easy. You can use a machine agent. In AppDynamics, there is an agent called machine agent which is available. When you are configuring that machine agent, you can get the CPU level, memory utilization, disk utilization, network utilization, all those different metrics you can get it. That's a usage of this APM tool. So performance testers, they can use it in a different way. Okay, I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys, till now?
So you mean to say that infrastructure level monitoring also will be happening?
Sorry, Saket, your voice is very, very low.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now better.
Yeah. So you mean to say that AppDynamics can also monitor infrastructure metrics?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So for performance engineers also, this is actually used. Performance engineers. So they can do, even in AppDynamics, you have the option to do heap dump trigger, even thread dump trigger. You can do that. Even if you monitor your system in a proper way, you can do a capacity planning. For performance engineers, it will be used in a different way. Okay, performance engineers can check your UI level metric, server level metric, and then think about optimization logic. I mean, where to optimize? Is it something DB query that you can optimize it, or is it something like infrastructure optimization, capacity planning, or what else I can do it? So performance engineers always think about performance optimization, right? So for them, it's little easy because this tool is predominantly giving them a lot of information related to keep them, thread them, garbage collection. Even garbage collection can be analyzed. Garbage collection. Garbage collection can be analyzed. Even you can monitor your infrastructure to do the planning of your capacity. Even you can monitor your database and find which query is actually taking time. That also you can do it. And then in browser, which component is actually taking more time to load. That also you can check it. So like that, for performance engineers also, it is very useful tool. These APM tools are very useful to do their day-to-day activities. Okay. And then the final thing is system support engineers. System support engineers. So for them, how it will be actually used? What these system support engineers basically they do, they will monitor the system. They will monitor the system, and then they will check it like health condition of the system, or they will check it like is there any problem in the server, or if there is any problem means to whom should I report it, and I need to create a ticket, level 1 ticket, level 2 ticket, level 3 ticket, like that I need to create it. All those activities are done by the system support engineers, and they are also working in round the clock, 24/7 they are working. So to avoid their work pressure, or instead of supporting for 24/7, what they can do, they can use the alerting concept, alerts. In AppDynamics, there is a concept called alerts. Okay, alerts and response. So they can set the threshold for certain metric. Response time should be so and so. Error should be so and so. Your traffic should be so and so. Your CPU utilization should be so and so. Your memory utilization should be so and so, like that. You can set the health rule. Okay, the threshold you can set it. If there is any problem, the particular metric is actually violated. So what you can do, get the notification in the screen itself, get the notification in mail, get the notification in SMS, get the notification or create the ticket in Jira, or you can trigger the thread dump, you can start the business transaction analysis. Yes, lot of options are available in AppDynamics. So that alerting mechanism will really useful for you to do the support activity. Okay, so like this, everybody is actually having the importance. Not only a single person, everybody is actually having an importance, but provided what activity they are doing, that is the only thing. But everybody is actually going to get the benefit when they are trying to use the APM tool in their monitoring or managing activities. Everybody able to understand?
Yes.
Yes.
So those who are really wanted to proceed with our course journey, okay, this is Kumar sir number. I'll paste it in the screen. Okay, this is Kumar sir number 80199 Kumar. Okay, Kumar 80199 is number. You can reach out to Kumar for any further information. It may be course related, course content related, timing related, commercial related, anything you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with Kumar. So actually guys, today is last day for the learners who wanted to evaluate our sessions. Okay, so today is the last session. So from the next session onwards, it's actually a regular sessions. Those who are enrolled students, they will be part of the group, and then all communications will be happening. So those who wanted to continue with this, we don't want to miss any sessions. We wanted to continue with this course journey. Please enroll yourself. Please reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. And this is actually a weekend session. Okay, Saturday, Sunday alone the session will be there, and it is every hour, every day 2 hours. Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours. Okay, within 3 weeks we will be completing this learning. Okay, Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours. Within 3 weeks we will be completing this. Indian time 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian time 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is actually the session. So the uh, those who wanted to continue for learning this tool, please reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. And then all these sessions are actually recorded, and we will be sharing the recorded session with you through YouTube playlist URL. That video you will be having a lifetime access, because sometimes you may be having personal work or something, and then you may not be joining the session. Means you can watch those videos offline, and then you can come back with the questions. We'll discuss, and then we'll clarify the doubts. Okay, that is also possible. And all these learning that we are going to do practically, okay, everything is actually practical. So we are going to learn the artifacts, documents, files, softwares, everything through the Google Drive. You can download, do the setup in your local machine itself, so that you can also do your learning practically. All these things we wanted to do it practically. Practical learning, real world examples, real world life sharing, experience sharing sessions will be there. So those who wanted to proceed with this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. 80199524227 is number. So thanks everyone, first of all, for joining this the session. Thanks everyone for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge and experience with you people. This is how the entire session will be there. You guys can stop me at any point of time. You can ask your questions, get it clarified with the different example. We'll learn it with the proper understanding of the tool capability and feature, with the real world example, with the practical understanding. We are going to do all these learning, guys. Okay, so with this, thanks everyone for joining this session. Thanks all. Bye bye.
So are we done for today?
Yeah, Varaha. From next week onwards, it's 2 hour session. These 2 days we are giving it for learners to evaluate us 1 hour. So in the next session onwards, it's all 2 hours for our learning. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. That appreciate. Thanks.
Sure. Thank you.
And what do you mean by commercial related question?
Fees. Your course fees.
What was that?
Fees. Course fees.
Oh, fees. Okay.
I think you would have already done it. I'm saying for others.
Yeah.
Sure. So we'll meet in the next week, guys. Like, we will continue from there. Thank you. Thanks all. Bye bye.
And also one more thing. Do we need to do any setups on my PC to enable
that we will
agent?
We will do it, Varaha. We will do it.
Oh, okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
I will explain how to do it, what software, what process, all those things from next week onward we are going to learn.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.